Hey, Matt. Matt, Matt, are you there? Oh, that's right. It's just me this week. Welcome to Hacking the Grepson. Matt is indisposed for this episode, so it's just me, Mike, giving you a little mini episode, a mini-sode, as it may be called. And I figured since we just got done with a pretty big episode on the movie Hackers, which is the inspiration for this podcast, it might be time, now that we're on our 51st episode, to check in on the podcast itself. How meta, right? Hacking the Grepson, the podcast, has been a really fun experience for me. I gotta be honest. I originally devised the idea for this podcast essentially as an excuse to talk to my friend Matt about programming. And in that, it's been a pretty big success, I think. But still, we've done 50 episodes about all kinds of things. We put those discussions on the internet. And judging by the podcast statistics that I have, other people have accessed those discussions. So I thought, why not do some podcast statistics on the Hacking the Grepson itself? I apologize for the less than stellar audio quality, but I'm making this episode kind of at the last minute as I'm walking my dog, actually. So next episode, Matt will be back and we'll return to our usual level of audio quality. But for now, you get voice memos on my iPhone. So according to the hosting company that we use for this podcast, how many times has this podcast been downloaded in the we've almost been doing this for 2 years. It's October 2023. We started this podcast in December of 2021, and in that time we've had over 1,000 downloads. Now, I'd say we're still a pretty fledgling podcast to have 50 episodes and only 1,000 downloads. But, that's still more than I would have expected for something that does not get much advertising or marketing. I would say that the most popular period of our podcast thus far was December of 2022 when we did that series of Advent of Code episodes. Those episodes were easily downloaded and hopefully listened to more than any other set of episodes that we did. I think that's largely because I posted them to Reddit, which, I read Reddit a lot. I barely ever post anything, but I figured it was relevant to the subreddit there. And, it definitely put a spike in our numbers. So I'm sure we'll probably be doing the Advent of Code 2023 and making episodes about that in the future. So I look forward to another spike soon. Where are all of these downloads coming from? Once again, according to our hosting company statistics, I don't think it's much of a surprise that the majority of them are from the United States, about 70%. But interestingly enough, I could not have guessed what the next most popular country for downloading our podcast would be, and that would be Finland, followed by Germany, followed by the United Kingdom and Sweden. Finland, though. I mean, it's a big drop from 70% to 6%, but still, Finland. Another interesting statistic is which app, at least, that's being reported downloads our podcast the most. And it appears to be Overcast, which It's probably influenced by me downloading our show, since that's the app I use. Looks like Apple Chrome. Apple Chrome. Oh, can you imagine? Google Chrome and Apple Podcasts are the round out the top three, which is roughly what I would expect. People just listening to it on the website or using Apple Podcasts, which is pretty dang popular. I think that's pretty much the most interesting things that I can find from our statistics. I'm sure there are other statistics about podcasts that I could dig up if I really wanted to, but I just wanted to give the major points. Anyway, yeah, this podcast has been really fun to do. I appreciate Matt. Look forward to talking to him again for our next episode. We did 50. This is kind of another intermission for the 51st one. But hey, maybe once we hit 100, we'll clock, 2,000 downloads or 3,000. Who knows? The sky's the limit. Everybody's got a podcast. It's not exactly a new thing to do anymore, but it's still fun to do, and I'm going to keep doing it. And I think that'll wrap up this mini-sode on looking into the statistics of hacking the Grepson. Next episode we'll have on a more normal programming topic, I'm sure. But if you want to listen to the other episodes we do, that we have done, you can go to hackingthegrepson.com. We try to put out an episode once every 2 weeks on Wednesday. I know now that I've actually said that in the podcast, I'm trapped by it. But, it's good to have constraints so that you have something to build your project schedule around. And yeah, until next time we talk, we now return you to your regularly scheduled lives already in progress.